Hi, good morning. You can't see Maisie, but I can see her in the mirror and she's wondering who am I talking to. Although you'd think she'd know by now. Okay, so I've set myself up here in the studio, just it's still very empty since the sleepover. And what I wanted to do was, I've been a little while kind of organising myself. I've got a couple of mirrors and you can see the position I'm seeing myself from. It's exciting to see myself from a different position. And so I'm going to paint a little watercolour on here. This is the rough paper, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to see what's going on here without my head in the way and things. I feel like I've got a good angle, and it's an angle that I can see myself fairly easily from as well. The only thing here that I might change on another day would be to make the background behind my face here a different colour. See how when my hand is there, it's much easier to see the profile, because my profile is dark against the light hand, whereas when I move it down, there's really not much contrast. However, I don't want to go into, maybe another day I'll get a different colour up there. But if I was to start looking around now for stuff, I might end up, taking a long time. So I might end up taking a long time, or it's this side, isn't it? Or I could actually just stick up some watercolour paper and see what that would be like. I think that might work actually. Yeah, I mean, in a way it makes it very my face very dark to have the light behind, but I'm wanting to see the sculpting shapes, so I'm happy with that. Alright, so here goes. This is actually now me in my pyjamas, just out of bed. Well, not actually just out of bed, because I have driven Lily to her friend's house so that she could walk to school and be on time. I'm mixing the cadmium orange here with I think it's a mixture of Van Dyke brown and ultramarine blue that was already on the palette. I'm just going to see what it looks like. Yeah, I started using it for the hair because I wasn't sure how dark it was, but originally my plan was to use it for the forehead there. But I think I'll start again with the forehead colour because I don't want it to have the same ingredients as the hair. So I'm actually going to clean the palette. I'll leave some of the orange though, because I quite like that orange. And I think it's the Jackson's orange that is in a box somewhere inside now, so I'll hold on to that orangey colour that's there. But to make the forehead colour, I'm going to go with the cadmium red, and I think I'll try Viridian green with that. Viridian green is the darker of the two greens. It's making it kind of mahogany coloured almost, which I don't really want, so I'm going to go with the Old Faithful sap green into that. Makes it kind of greeny, but I don't mind that. Alright, when I go down there, what I'm doing is I'm using the paper towel I've got paper towel down here, and what I'm doing is I touch the brush on it to see what the consistency of paint is like. Okay, I'll need to tape down the other side of this because it's a windy day again. Okay. Alright, so I'm working with the sap. Oh, Maisie, don't start. She's actually gone out with her friends today. Tuesday now, every Tuesday she's got a social gathering, and I've got more leeway then, although I do like my morning walks. It's been nice too, once a week, to have maybe a walk on my own. Actually, I might too, around the sheep field. Okay, so just finding the position of the forehead there, and then there's the eyebrow. Fairly fluid now, the paint, so I'm just going to continue while it is fluid. And then there'll be the cheekbone there, which stands out about as much as the brow bone does. Maybe not quite as much actually. Bring it in a little bit there. And then there's a vertical drop below the cheekbone. And then there's a triangle of the nose extending out. I'm just judging my distances here to be sure that I'm starting the nose where I want it to be. So it's generally in shadow. Go away, Maisie. It's generally in shadow there. And then I think I can continue just straight down. There's some indication of the upper lip, an indication of the lower lip sitting a little bit behind the upper one. I'm going to stop talking now because I'm getting to the chin, and each change of direction is important here. Whew, that was quite intense. Now the shadow beneath the chin. I think I might put a bit of burnt sienna into that if I've got it. No, I don't have burnt sienna. So alizarin crimson and viridian green. Yeah. So there's alizarin crimson and viridian green there. Quite dark, isn't it? But I want it to be fairly dark here. Still quite wet. And so is that. That's alright. Okay, so we go back up now to the hair, and I'll use the blue and brown mix so that we've got a different combination, different set of ingredients. Van Dyke brown and ultramarine blue. Different set of ingredients for hair than I have for the skin. It's really quite a steep incline still between forehead and hairline. I think it goes in the same direction almost as long as the forehead again, and then it begins to go back that way. And then there's a little bit of hair that's kind of escaped there, and another step. So from that bit of hair up to the bun, it looks as though it's like a right angle, and it's lighter, it's getting lighter, the hair there. So I'm going to use some of the cadmium orange and just create some lighter bits. So this bit of hair comes down there. There's a curl there that's in the light. Just let some water go into that, see what it does. Now the position of the ear will help me here, won't it? No pressure. Red and green mix again, and I'm going to work on finding the underside of the ear in relation on a horizontal to the nose across the way there. And it looks as though the lobe of the ear, the bottom of it, seems to me to be level with, I'm just going to establish that with the lighter, warmer tone there. The bottom of the, that's Maisie, sorry, no, she's disturbing the microphone lead. The bottom of the lobe of the ear, yeah, so I'd fit an ear on its side before I get to the nose, so I know roughly about here is where the bottom of the ear will be, and it'll be in line with the top of the extension of the nose out there. And there's a kind of a square shadow behind, see there's a corner there behind the lobe of the ear. I think that's where it is. And then the top of the ear looks to be level with the top of the eyebrow, which is kind of high up here. So the top of the ear would be about there-ish. There-ish, I think, yeah. It looks like it's in front anyway of, no, it's not. It's about level with the front of the lobe of the ear, which is lucky because that's where it is in my painting. Ooh, My hand is getting a bit tired there and to hold it up, but I'm balancing my finger like that on the wall. You can see it there, and that's allowing me to steady myself a little bit. Okay, so alright, I'm going to get the back of the ear as well here. So the volume of the ear is important here. Yeah, there's a cheekbone. The cheekbone is maybe kind of there-ish. I might need to lift out a little bit of the shape of the eye socket a bit. But the bottom of the shadow at the back of the ear looks to be level with the cheekbone. So there's a line of a shadow behind the ear again that maybe sets it in place a little bit. And then once I'm sure enough of the position of the ear, I'll come and do more shaping of the hair. Ooh, I slipped. That's okay. I'm going to hold it that way so that it accumulates down the way. And then I think that same dark shadow, I mean, it really could be a different colour, but I'm just going to put it there to remind myself that it's significantly darker behind the ear there. But it's got a curve to it, the shadow, so that it reflects the cast shadow of the earlobe there. And then a warmer colour again, that orangey tone, is going to help me identify the jawline. These are pretty subtle touches, but important ones, so I'm focusing quite intently here. And any slight shift in my head is noticeable from this angle, so I'm keeping an eye on that too. Now I think I'm going to use the 1/4 inch craft brush to excavate out some of the space where the eye will sit here. It's like I need to eat up into the eye space a little bit. And yeah, placing the eyebrow. I'm just going to make an arc edge there. I'm not sure if my distance is here. I think my lip will need to lift up, my upper lip will lift up slightly. Creating more space between the lips. So I lift that bit out in the middle once it's dry enough. In the meantime, I'll use the warm that's on the brush there to find the warm in the ear, and the wider bit of flesh on the ear that's lighter. There's someone strimming, so I hope you can still hear me okay. I did my grass yesterday. I was so pleased with myself because I had been footering around trying to find someone to do my grass because I had this idea that I needed to delegate more. And since I did the grass, I've started to, like, I decided, well, I'll tell you what happened yesterday morning. I was doing my daily meditation. There's a meditation that I do online that it's called the Waking Up app by Sam Ferris. My friend Pam showed me it, introduced me to it, and I find it really good. So every morning there's a 20-minute meditation, and yesterday he suggested bringing the same level of concentration, the same level of attention yesterday to a job that didn't feel like it that attractive to me. So like he said, for example, washing the dishes or something, just to bring a really high level of attention to one of those mundane tasks. And I thought, I'm going to do that with the grass cutting. And sure enough, it turned into quite a pleasant experience. And the bonus was the grass was cut at the end of it, so I was quite pleased with that. And it's caused me to look at these menial tasks as reflections of the bigger things in our lives, and actually caused me to decide today to start a 30-day declutter. No, one day at a time, one tick at a time. I'm going to do a chart for myself. And I did this before, so I'm aware of I read a book called Atomic Habits, which helped me to safely do the 30 days without setting myself up. I read a bit of that book every day, and there's a lot of wisdom in it around, on a day when you really don't feel like doing it, still just do some little clearing up, maybe a small shelf in the bathroom, or don't break the chain kind of thing. And that really helped me. And I found that the children started tidying their rooms. When I did it before, they started, Maisie, can you stop it? Look, come on. That's the microphone lead that you have to go round it. There you go. Go on, lie down. Go and lay down now. Go and lay down. Go away. Go on, go away. Go away. No, Maisie. Go and lay down. Go away. You'll get there eventually. Hopefully you've not moved too much there. Okay, I think it'd be important to the back of my neck. This line here, which actually sits above, the jawline at the front. Now that there needs to be a bit more greenish, I think. So I'm just going to inject a touch of sap green in to the shadowy, messy bit where the hair meets the skin. And I think establishing the hair will help me with getting the lift of the hair there. Maybe make that a little bit darker again. Okay, so there's a line of hair that kind of extends from where the jaw is. Darker underneath it. And then the highest point of it reaches above the earlobe and probably goes almost off the paper there. And then there's more here to the back of that. But it's kind of browner. I'm just going to get some alizarin crimson there. Maybe with a touch of the brown. Maisie, get off. 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 Go away. Go away. I'm just going to use some blue again with that to darken the brown above my ear. I could have left the space for the bun, couldn't I? I think the hair is helpful from this angle to find the position of things. I can find them in different ways too, of course. I'm looking every so often to see what it looks like in the mirror. Not often enough, apparently, because there seems to be a few changes to be made there, but I'm quite happy just, you know, finding my way here. Cerulean blue I thought would help there to set the hair apart a little bit from the skin. And actually with my eyes half closed, really all of this is in shadow here. Yeah, put a touch of something warm. Don't know if this is a good idea or not. Hardly visible. I thought it was going to be a significant shift. Now remember, I'm going to be lifting off that middle lip, that extra one, when it's dry enough around it. Maisie needs something to keep her going because she's ending up chewing the microphone lead. Stop it, Maisie. She quite likes pencils, actually. I'll just give her a pencil. What did I put on the brush there now? I've forgotten. That's still that reddish colour. Yeah. Okay, so when I half close my eyes, everything except for the light bit of the ear needs to be a little bit darker. The skin on either side of the ear. So in the front of the ear, and on top of that will be the darker hair again. More yellow ochre is what I'm after here, I think. Yeah, I think that'll be okay there. And then in the hair and the skin on the scalp, it reads as being bluer to me. And I think it will help to have a different colour describing that. And the bun starts back a little further than I have it, so I'll just indicate those little bits of hair sticking up here as the beginning of the bun. I suppose I could put some blue in for that jumper. And a shout out to Jenny. I think it's Jenny on the online painting course. If you're listening, Jenny, this is in honour of you, this blue. Oh, amazing. Go on, I'll give you another one. Go back. Here. Ready? Go get it. I have no pencils left. Right, so ultramarine blue and cadmium, no, cerulean blue is what I'm using to make the colour of the top here. Need to find the position a bit more again. I seem to have moved slightly. So the edge of the shoulder, and then it drops significantly down that way, and a more of a brighter blue colour, I reckon. So get the edge of it there again, and there'll be a blue edge here which I want to establish later. I think the seam here will help me. The seam in the jumper might help to describe the cross section of the body, as does the darkish bit there, I think. Oh, pens and needles. I'm gonna need to stop soon anyway, Maisie. So you can just give me a break here. Right, there's a cheap pencil out the door. Go get it. It's gone out, look. Ready? Go get it. She's not even gone. There's two pencils on the grass outside now, look. Ah, Maisie, go away. No. Out. 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 Look at me. Out. I said out. Go on. Izzy, go get it. Oh. Right, so I was lifting off that. I'm not sure if I'm being passive aggressive here, or it feels more true that I'm just concentrating and actually she's not bothering me really that much. I hope she's not bothering you that much. I'm almost done anyway, and I think in a way it'll make me be a little bit quicker. Paintings. Definitely would have helped me to have the back of the head involved in this painting, I think. But a bit of a struggle for more reasons than one, as you can imagine. Sounds more like a pig now. It's a good day for her to have her walk with her friends, eh? And come back a different dog. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want her to actually eat through the mattress. Hey. I think I might need to wait until this is dry enough to go back into it. I wanted to have a bit more success there, but it's just a bit wet here to find any definition, and I think this is important here, that edge, the mouth and the nose. I could probably do with the whole lot of the hair being a bit darker as well though. Stop it. Can you hear the birds outside? They're incredible this morning. There's a tree at the front that's covered in, I think it's starlings. Every so often they do a really beautiful little... No, Maisie, you can't eat that. Every so often they burst into song. I forget what I was going to do there. I think I need to break the edge of this blue here to create the shoulder. Alright, I think I'm going to give up that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give up the battle there. I'm just having a look at it from this angle and I think it looks a little bit wonky. But there are things that once it's dry I might come back and address, so I leave the mirrors where they are and I might do a second video. And I've got pins and needles on, like totally numb. Maisie, come here. Right, here she is, the little troublemaker. Alright, we'll see you later, or maybe tomorrow. Alright, thanks for watching. You could maybe set up a couple of mirrors yourself and see if you can see yourself from a different angle. It's a bit more interesting than the usual view. Okay, thanks for watching.